Well, wasn't our best. It looked a lot like, or it felt a lot like we had just gotten out of finals, and which we had. So we thought maybe with a couple of extra days it might impact, give our guys a little bit more of a break. But I think they're still a little bit drained out. But obviously, I thought they played well. I thought Dave's team was really ready to play, and the longer that we turned the ball over and kept giving them chances, the more energy that gave them and more confidence that gave them. And you know, our ball care again was brutal, and it's up to me to fix that. So got to keep going back to the drawing board until we get that rectified. But that was. We didn't have a good shooting night. We missed a lot of good shots in the first half. Then I think we started pressing on ourselves a little bit, but I thought we did a solid job at the end of the game. I thought we made our free throws down the stretch there for the most part, and Kyle made some big free throws. He made a big three over in the corner, and I thought James Siakam made some big plays for us going down the stretch again. I thought Damian did too. So. We shot it poorly. I thought we had some open ones that we missed. We took some that were contested that we probably shouldn't have taken. But again, we looked pretty fried out to me. And again, our guard play has to improve, particularly in the area of ball care, in order for us to make any progress.
Fuller with all 10 of his points in the final 6 or so minutes when you needed a spark from somebody at that point.
Yeah, he is unafraid of the fight, and so he's a good guy to have out there in those instances, especially when he makes good decisions and takes the right shots, and so I thought that he gave us some things going down the stretch, as you mentioned, and I thought Damian in the second half was more of a presence than he was in the first half. I asked him at the first TV timeout why I was having to ask him to play harder, and then he kind of kicked it into gear. But you know, we're not a confident group right now. That's obvious. We're not, and our play isn't allowing for us to be confident. We turn the ball over, and then if we have a bad shooting night, then it certainly compounds things. But I will say this: I thought our defense was good. You know, you look down and they shoot 34% for the game, and I told our team after the game that finally our defense won us a game, and so we're happy about that, and hopefully that's something we can build on.
Coach, it seems like your guards is not going inside to Damian and Luke that much. Is that something you can rectify to get them to go inside more?
Well, you know, I don't know how much we're really going to try to go into Luke. We want to try to go inside to Damian. I'm not sure that Luke's strengths are all around the goal. He's not bad down there, but on the other hand, Damian, we need to get him the ball more and more and more, so we just you know, we got a lot of work to do, and unless we can improve our guard play, the sledding is going to be tough for us. And when you look down and our guards had 12 turnovers tonight, that's you know, that's how many our team should have, not our guards. And so we just got to keep working with those guys and try to get them to play better and take care of the ball better.
Did you feel like that the first half, Austin Peay was playing the tempo that it was wanting to play as far as just kind of slowing it down? Yeah, I thought that they wanted the game slower, and I think maybe that caused us to, you know, pinch off some shots quicker than we normally should, and you know, our team's been a funny team so far. We seem like we get what the plan is in practice, and when we get into the game, you know, we don't have that same attention to the plan that we show in practice, and so it's almost as though I see progress in practice, but then when the game starts, I don't see it in the game because, again, bad decisions, bad shots, bad turnovers, so we just got to keep going until it shows up in the game.
being able to answer each time Austin Peay cut it to 1 in the second half, is that something that you guys haven't been able to do?
Well, no, we've been in that situation in virtually every win that we've had. And actually been in that situation in some of our losses, to where we come back and we respond and we get the lead back or whatever the case might be. But we've been in, all of our games have been like that, to where, and we didn't have a very big lead, and now we never had a big lead. Most of our games, we've had an 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 point lead, and then lose the lead and have to fight it out at the end. So, but you got to give them credit. They tempoed the game a little bit and got it slowed down, and they probably needed to do that. Their big guys hurt us inside a little bit, I thought, and we talked about that going into the game. I told our guys that the keys were dealing with their big guys and not letting B-Tran get loose from 3, and the only one he hit is an end of the shot clock banker, which was, that's luck when anybody does that. He's a very good shooter, but Dejan did a phenomenal job on him. He ends up with 8 points, and that's 3 of them on a desperation heave in the last minute of the game. Now, it put us in a tougher spot when he made it, but I thought that was critical for us because their big guys played well, but we were able to shut down the perimeter guys, and that ended up being the difference.
Last one, guys.
Okay. Was there any particular reason why Siakam didn't start or get in the first 10 minutes or so?
Yeah, he was late. There's a little bit of a story to it. He asked to go to a graduation, and we permitted him, or we gave him permission to go to the graduation. But I said, but you have to be back in time for practice. Plane trouble, he was late. Not his fault, but if you're late for practice, or something has to happen. So we sat in the first 10 minutes of the game, and he's a great kid. That won't happen again, but that's what happened. Okay?
Thank you, guys.
Y'all have a good night.
Nice to meet you.